Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Monday, 17th of June 2024. This day is celebrated as Eid ul Adha, also World Day to combat desertification and drought. Since 1995, this day is observed to spread awareness about the international cooperation to combat desertification and the effects of the drought. The United Nations General Assembly in 1994 declared 17 June as a World Day to combat desertification and drought. From the Indian history point of view, Mumtaz Mahal died during childbirth in 1631. Her husband, Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan I, will spend the next 17 years in building her mausoleum, the Taj Mahal. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that Euro 2024, Jury Bellingham's goal secures England 1-0, a win against Serbia after a fans clash. England's Jury Bellingham celebrates after scoring the opening goal during the Group C match between Serbia and England at the Euro 2024 soccer tournament in the Gelsenkirchen, Germany in June 2016-2024. Judy Bellingham scored to give England a winning start at Euro 2024 by beating Serbia 1-0. Judy Bellingham scored to give England a winning start at the European Championship by beating Serbia 1-0 on Sunday. The Real Madrid star put Gareth Southgate's team in front of with a post-stopping header in the 13th minute at Valentine's Arena from Bukayo Saka's cross. Ukraine summit ends with the hope. Ghana's President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, from the left side, President of the European Commission Ursula von der Leyen, Swiss Federal President Walio Ahmed, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, Chinese President Gabriel Boric, and Canadian President Prime Minister Justin Trudeau attended the closing press conference during the summit on peacekeeping on June 16, 2024. India was a notable voice among those who did not sign the document. The two-day summit on peace in the Ukraine at the Bergenstock Resort in Switzerland ended on Sunday with the participants hoping for an end to the war between the Moscow and Kyiv. 80 countries and 4 organizations of the 100 attending delegations supported the final joint communique that emerged out of the Path to Peace summit, looking at the ways to end the Russian-Ukraine war raging on since February 2022. India was a notable voice among those who did not sign the document. Current G20 chair Brazil was in the room only as an observer. The Hindu newspaper also stated that Russian forces killed Islamic State in linked hostage takers at the detention center. Russian policemen and a Rosguardia serviceman killed not for a pretorial detention center in Rostov-on-Don, Russia, Sunday 16, 2024. Intense automatic gunfire could be heard in a footage published on Russian Telegram channel. Russian Special Forces freed 2 prison guards and shot their 6 inmates linked to the Islamic State militant group who had taken their hostage at a detention center in the southern city of Rostov on Sunday, Russian media said. State media said that some of the men had been convicted of terrorism offenses and were accused of the affiliation with the Islamic State militant group, which claimed responsibility for a deadly attack on the Moscow concert hall in the month of March. The Hindu newspaper also stated that railway penalties certain avoid drivers violate speed curbs. The railway imposes speed restrictions for the sweep operation of the trains for various reasons, such as track condition, ongoing track repair work, old railway bridges and station yard remodeling, etc. The police action comes after recent incidents in which 2 train drivers violated the speed restrictions of 20 km per hour at the river bridge, which was under maintenance, and the drove their trains at 120 km per hour speed. The railway board has set up a committee to find out the reasons for a violation of the speed restrictions by the train drivers at various points between originating and destinations stations, which is detrimental to safe train operation. According to the informal sources, the board acted after the recent incidents in which the two train drivers violated the speed restrictions of 20 km per hour at a river bridge, which was under maintenance, and rode their trains at 120 km per hour speed. India to host its first multinational air exercise Tarang Shakti in August. The Indian Air Force, a contingent that participated in the air exercise Red Flag 2024 conducted at Eielson Air Force Base in Alaska. The Indian Air Force has invited friendly foreign countries who share some interoperability at 10 countries likely to participate in two-phase exercise. Germany to showcase a 400M, which is competing for an IAF tender. The Indian Air Force first multinational air exercise Tarang Shakti 2024 will be held on August and is likely to see the participation of 10 countries in addition to few others acting as observers. Enriched with the red flag exercise experience, the Indian Air Force keenly looks forward to hosting the participating contingents from the countries. Enriched with the red flag exercise experience, the Indian Air Force keenly looks forward to hosting the participating contingents from the other countries during the Tarang Shakti 2024, which is the first Indian multinational air exercise to be held later this year. The Indian Air Force said on Sunday in a statement on just concluded red flag exercise hosted by the United States Air Force. Now, going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that only efforts involving Russia and Ukraine will lead to peace. India at Swiss summit. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky arrived for a photograph with the heads of the states and the country representatives during the summit of the peace in Ukraine at the luxury Bergenstock resort near Lucerne in Switzerland on June 15, 2024. India believes only a sincere and a practical engagement between Russia and Ukraine can lead to enduring peace. A top Indian diplomat on Sunday told a peace summit hosted by Switzerland that was attended by more than 90 countries. Sometimes also states that Gujarat's Simrit Tivan Museum, listed among the world's most beautiful by UNESCO. The Simrit Tivan Earthquake Memorial Museum stands as a symbol of the Gujarat's resilience and transformation in the face of the adversity. The Simrit Earthquake Memorial Museum in Gujarat's Bhuj has earned global recognition by being listed as one of the world's 7 most beautiful museums by the prestigious Prix Versailles Award presented annually by the UNESCO. The name also states that Indian missions in Canada brace for protests on the anniversary of Najar's killing. Photo of the Hardeep Singh Najar is seen during the news conference providing an update from the Sikh community about the Najar's homicide from June 18, 2023 in Surrey, British Columbia on May 3rd. Toronto, India's mission in the Canada are bracing for the protests on Tuesday, which will mark the anniversary of the killing of the pro-Khalistan figure Hardeep Singh Najar in Surrey, British Columbia on June 18 last year. The Times also states that Israel warns of escalation from the cross-border fire from the Hezbollah. Intensified cross-border fire from Lebanon's Hezbollah movement into the Israel could trigger a serious escalation, the Israeli military said on Sunday. Hezbollah says it will not halt fire unless Israel stops its military offensive in Gaza. Now, going to the economy of the country from the business point of view, there should be a continued public investment for inclusive growth. Sanjeev Puri, who has the conglomerate ITC Limited, also underscored the importance of the private sector investments, assuring that the industry will continue to increase capex going forward. Confederation of Indian Industries CII's President Sanjeev Puri expressed photo by Parveen Khanna. IPO rush. 56 companies plan to raise over rupees 90,000 crore. Close to 17 companies have received approval from the Securities and Exchange Board of India (SCBI) for the launching IPOs and FPOs up to June 7, according to the BREM database. Once bitten twice shy, investors are likely to avoid the overpriced IPOs. Government looks at the tax rate cut to boost demand, trigger private investment. The tax cuts may be a more efficient measure to enhance the disposable income which in turn will rise in higher consumption and give a flip in economic activities, the official said. As the Indian economy grapples with the problem of the flagging consumption, policymakers in the government are in favor of the rationalizing the existing income tax structure, especially at the lower income levels. Income limit at the which tax kicks in may be raised beyond rupees 3 lakh a year. According to all news, including candidates are raised into the France's snap legislative polls, but one convicted for spousal assault withdraws. Brazil, thousands protest bill tightening abortion ban. Riot police in Germany intervene to stem fan clashes before Serbia-England match at Euro 2024. Chinese premier in Australia promises replacement pandas. 7 shot when gunfire erupts at a pop-up party in Massachusetts. Fight for control of Yemen's banks between rebel government threatens to further wreck economy. According to Science and Tech, we have what is SWM and why is it revived on the waste generators. Plastic beer bottles and waste clothes are dumped on the banks of the Kotnur Lake in the southern Bangalore on May 30, 2024. The Bruhat Bangalore Mahanagara Palak BBMP has proposed a solid waste management cess of ₹100 per month for each household. While the proposal has sparked a debate and criticism amongst residents and stakeholders, it is important to understand the rationale behind SWM cess. It is intended to use in a broader context of solid waste management challenges faced by urban local bodies (ULBs) in India. Urban local bodies levy user fees or SWM cess as per the provisions of solid waste management rules 2016. According to these guidelines, ULBs must collect a user fees cess for SWM services provisions provided. While there is no specific rate, ULBs typically charge about the 30-50 per month as SWM cess, which is collected along with the property tax. ULBs are now considering revising these rates and imposing higher charges on bulk waste generators to meet the portion of the costs incurred in providing SWM services. Health Ministry issues interdepartmental referral guidelines for hospitals. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. The guidelines stress that referrals should be initiated promptly as when patients require specialized care, diagnostic evaluations or consultations beyond the scope of the admitting department. Citing significant inconsistencies and a lack of accountability in the referral process, the Union Health Ministry has for the first time issued interdepartmental referral guidelines for hospitals to facilitate better communication and cooperation. The guidelines for interdepartmental referral within the hospital stress that referral should be initiated promptly as and when patients require specialized care, diagnostic evaluations or consultations beyond scope of admitting department. Study reveals alarming economic burden of TB treatment. There was a delay of 7-9 weeks from TB symptom onset the treatment initiation. A study of 1,482 TB patients across the 4 states have revealed shockingly high rates of the catastrophic causes, with the 30% to 61% experiencing financial hardships exceeding 20% of pre-TB annual household income, mainly due to delays in the diagnosis and income loss because of the unemployment during long TB treatment. The study was conducted by the Google Institute of Global Health, New Delhi, Indira Gandhi Government Medical College, Nagpur, and the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, UK, and studied the patients from Assam, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and West Bengal for the 2 years between the March 2019 and September 2022 of the cohort. 529 patients from the general population, 526 patients from urban slum areas, and 427 patients from tea garden areas. From 118 TB units and 182 tea gardens across the 16 districts of the 4 states. Results of the study were published in the journal PLOS Global Public Health. At last, there is a famous quotation said by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, whose birth anniversary is 17 October 1817 after 27th of March 1898. Also spelled Syed Ahmad Khan was an Indian Muslim reformer, philosopher and educationist in the 19th century British India. Sachin maintains a strong legacy in Pakistan and among the Indian Muslims. He became a source of inspiration for Pakistan movement and his activities, including Allama Iqbal, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. His advocacy of Islamic rationalist and tradition, and a broader radical reinterpretation of the Quran to make the complete with the science and modernity continues to inflame the global Islamic reformation. Many universities and the public buildings in Pakistan bear the Sayyid's name. Aligarh Muslim University celebrated the Sayyid's 200th birth century with much enthusiasm on 17 October 2017. Former President of India Pranab Mukherjee was the chief guest. Sayyid Ahmad Khan says a famous quotation. He says that when a nation becomes devoid of art and learning, it invites poverty, and when poverty comes, it brings in its wake thousands of crimes. Okay, thank you.